Hi everyone and welcome to TNTV Reactions. Today we're going to be looking at the first episode of The Peripheral with Chloë Moretz. It's a new series on Amazon Prime in the UK and I believe it is the same in the US as well. And it looks really interesting. From the small bit of a trailer I caught, it kind of looks like Inception with a mixture of The Matrix and maybe some other bits thrown in there. I'm really looking forward to getting started with this one, and I think we should just jump straight in. Okay, one thing I hadn't noticed about this one is it is 75 minutes long, so there's every chance I might have to split this across two, depending on how much I have to say about it as we go through. It's a really beautiful introduction. The Peripheral. It's one of those words I'd only ever seen written down, and it took me till I was about 17 before someone corrected me from calling it the Peripheral. Okay, we are back in time. I hope. London, 2099. So forward in time. It's very well made. It's very well shot. Everything's very shiny and cinematic for a series. Although you don't really expect much less from Amazon these days.
When I first found you, I made a vow. I'd save you if I could.
And you did.
Did I?
Is this a game?
The Bible.
What do you ever do to you? I hope they don't start fighting back.
Have you been swapping pills with
Jesus Christ, man, you really think I'd do that?
I do.
She's got a 10 milligram pill. And just that one, too. Which means you left in not only been swapping, but stealing. So I need cash now.
How much?
How much you got?
1,000 if I make it to the next level, which you could maybe help with.
That's just one pill.
Which is one day, ain't it? And I got something big
1,000 for a pill for one day.
Alright, orient me.
Squad of Nazis in the house. We're in the barn.
If games look like this in 10 years, we're going to be in a good spot.
Jeez, don't you even have a shred of
Decency. At least let the damn sheep out.
I love it.
Drag that door open, will ya?
Oh, I love this. I think Mark Zuckerberg's got a little bit of a way to go with the Oculus.
Give me a sec.
It's on the right track, but it's got a ways to go. I kind of hope we get there. Half of me hopes we get there.
You can send the money in my phone. You're welcome.
She's very good at this.
Burton said to fetch this home.
What is it?
Just the coolest fucking thing we go to fab.
Process too.
And what's it supposed to do?
So it's some sort of remote piloting gizmo.
You know, best guess that is.
Yeah. Half the components don't even have patents yet, as far as we can tell.
It's like mercenary shit, my bad.
Where did this come from?
Meat lab grows cola.
Colombian company. Look them up.
What kind?
Kind is registered in Bogota. That's all they're gonna tell you.
Interesting. So random company sends her brother VR set, strange headgear for free, and there's nothing going on. No one believes you.
How old do you think I was the last time that worked on me? Handing me a toy to distract me.
Might be surprised because when it is working, you wouldn't necessarily.
Works for me all the time.
That's sort of the whole point.
Literally all the time.
It looks weird. What are all those silver prongs for? There's no screen.
Cutting edge VR, Flynn. Folks want me to beta test it for a shitload of money, too. Put us in the.
What would you do in that situation? Hey Daisy. My doggy's come to visit. So what would you do if you...
What did you do? I just put it on?
Yeah, that's not going anywhere near my head. For any reason. Or for any amount of money for that matter.
Lay back. Close your eyes.
I desperately never want this. I don't mind the visor, but the Neuralink, I just don't see it.
This is not working.
Holy shit!
Yeah, no. Looks amazing though. Good luck to all the who wish to try this.
I tell you what to do, then you do it. That's how you earn your keep.
I've driven down that road. It's a beautiful part of London, wherever it is.
Left.
Definitely been there. They don't have the lights on the floor, and I kind of wish they did. That would have been more fun.
Your destination.
I think I know what that is.
No, you know what it used to be.
I need a weapon.
Just the rapier of your wit, should you possess such a thing. Let's look lively now, concentrating.
Oh, I like the computer. And that's cool. Disintegrating bike. That's a nice effect.
Say, I've arrived.
I've arrived.
I love the effects. Subtle. Game mechanic like.
Bring to it.
Just the hyper modern. Just past where we are graphics wise. It's stunning. I love it. Obviously they're using real sets, but you imagine in this world this is all generated. It won't be long before we can stand in places like that and feel as if we're really there. It's like the Hunger Games, but creepier.
Enjoying yourself, Mr. Ice?
I didn't even know that was possible. But it's creepier.
Now, shall we play a little game? Alma. Still.
I know this actor from something.
The Crown of Laurels. Now approach her, please.
I wonder what he's from that I've seen. I'll have to look it up afterwards.
This young woman to take you home. Don't tell me you're shy.
Come, sit. Be a king to my queen.
Oh, I do want that,
I'm Marielle. And you are?
but in the real world. And when I'm watching these. Because the dog makes a lot of noise. And
Much as anyone might.
I could introduce myself.
Should you try to harm Marielle, this creature is programmed to kill you, alright?
that's genuinely terrifying. Just in the game, I hope.
In your pocket, you'll find a glass ampule. You're gonna snap this open, hold it under Marielle's pretty nose.
This is taking a turn I didn't want. That's... I hate all of this. This is every one of my worst fears. It's a bloody robot. What are you hitting it for? Seriously? No, that'll do it. As long as the computer's in its head. Oh, you just pissed it off.
I've got a scan for it, though.
Wait, seriously?
I don't wanna.
Personal, custom requested chain to custom.
I don't like it.
So, show us what you've learned.
I've arrived. Who's there?
Cool.
Your master, little puppet. Let's resume this tomorrow, shall we?
So that's all over with then.
Well, you gonna say something or just lie there?
Yeah. That's how I feel too.
Being there. Like I was actually in your body.
Felt like an upgrade, I bet.
No, it felt fucking weird is what it felt like.
Sorry, Connor.
I don't like the game world, but I don't like her real world any better. Does that mean... I don't know. I don't know which one I'd rather be in at this point. The game world looks more fun. Be cool to do the backflips, but it's not real. Okay, so I've decided to stop there. About 39.5 minutes in. It's getting a little late here. I don't want to be tired for the second half of this first episode. It's a long episode. It's 10 minutes short of a 90-minute movie. It's about 80 minutes long. So I'd rather cut it here, and then we'll come back and discuss the second half on another day. Oh my god, the first half though. I've not seen cinematic sci-fi filming like that for a TV series before. I don't think ever, actually. I haven't watched The Rings of Power yet. I'm told cinematically that's amazing, and it may even beat this, but this is so subtle. It's not big and in your face, it's little pieces, just different enough to make it worth your while, just enough to make it sci-fi, but not really overpowering fantasy worlds. And that may change. The bits I saw in the trailer looked very Inception-y, and may be a lot of worlds blowing up and flipping upside down and Doctor Stranging on us. I sort of hope not, because I'm really enjoying the subtle distinctions between the real world that she's in, assuming that is where she is, and this Neuralinked external world, with the polks and kidnapping and all that fun stuff that's happened so far. Standout performance for me, hands down, the man in the wheelchair. I will look up his actor's name and I'll come with that next time. I don't know anything more about him other than he's the man in the wheelchair, and that man can hold a scene. That was really impressive, and he had me on tenterhooks. I don't think I blinked for like 30 seconds while he was just smiling at those guys, and it's been a while since I felt like that. In another playlist we're watching The Patient, and it's a similar feeling, but that's a little bit more creepy and hairs on the back of your neck standing up, and I don't like that quite so much. But that was really good, and I hope he's in it a lot more. I hope we see a lot more of him as we go through, and maybe it turns out things aren't quite as they appear. That would make for an interesting twist. The brother, I've seen him in some things. I think maybe a couple of movies he's been a B or C character in. Again, I'll need to look him up, and I'll come with some more information next time. I wanted this to be as clean of a initial viewing as possible, but I think after this 40 minutes, I'm going to go away and do some reading, find out what these actors have been in before, if they've been in anything that I haven't seen. It may very well appear on the channel. I think they're all really good. One day I may even do Tom and Jerry, even though I've seen it already, because I really love that film. But there's a lot of member berries in there, I suppose. Outside of that, I don't have a lot more to say. I'm really into this. I am in 100%, and I will be back over the next few days with part 2. In the meantime, if you want to get notified that that's coming, hit the subscribe button and then the bell icon, so you'll get notified when the next half of this episode and then all the future episodes come. Please like the video if you did, and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts, theories. Am I crazy? You tell me. Thanks for coming along. I've really enjoyed this, and I hope to see you again soon. Cheers.